Okay. Lots of friends are already here. Siddhant, official 007. Hi guys.
Hold on.
Welcome to Times Drive. And we have a special guest today. I know lots of friends are already waiting for Jasminder, who is also known as JS Films. And today we are chatting with JS Films Jasminder. Hi.
Hi, Gandhi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. Thank you for inviting me on this special show. I'm very privileged and happy.
No, I mean, I'm also very excited because, I mean, I'll tell you the reason why. This is very exciting for me personally as well. But वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. First thing, शुरू में ही बता देता हूँ कि we will be talking about Jasminder's journey as I've seen him as a biker, as a YouTuber. So first we'll talk about that, and then we'll take some questions how to become better if you're looking at this platform. Okay, so now शुरू का हमने introduction दे दिया है. Let's talk about. अब मैं बता सकता हूँ कि why this chat was special or interesting, because I've seen. I mean, we recently met, and I remembered that we are Facebook friends also. And then I recollected all his stories and connected the dots, and I saw the kind of journey he is on. Jasminder's growth from a biker to an amateur video maker, and now such a big YouTube star. Jasminder, thanks for joining once again. And how do you see that?
See, it's amazing. It's very awesome. I'm very blessed that at a very right time, I opt into a digital platform or YouTube, because from very beginning, I had interest in two-wheelers. This is for sure. And my background, particularly, I was an IT guy. I used to make websites. I knew many of the softwares like Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, and the editing software for the video like FCP, Premiere Pro. So that background helped me to do such things on YouTube, because I was from the same background. I had the hobby to ride motorcycle on every Sunday, and I had that interest in going for long rides. So collectively, when I got to know about YouTube, so I implemented all of these skills, all of this knowledge into it. And so far, I'm very happy, very blessed that within a time span of 3.5 years, I'm at this platform. I've reached some good statistics here.
Yeah, can you hear me? Because somehow your voice was.
Okay.
Hear me? Yeah. So as I said, I saw you doing stories, videos. What was the reason? What was that point which made you go into YouTube like hardcore and seriously? What was it?
See, actually in 2016, I went to Ladakh for the second time. And some YouTuber was there, he was present over there, and he recorded us like in his video. And when we came back to Delhi, some of our friends have seen that video, and they referred us that we have seen you in his video. And that was the first time when I understood like how YouTube works as a vlogging thing. Because earlier I used to go to YouTube just to listen to the music or to watch the movie trailers. Okay. Then I understood the concept of vlogging, because earlier what was happening is that only whenever we were making a video, we used to say, stay quiet. We used to ask others that, guys, quiet, I'm taking a video. And vlogging, when I understood that we have to express our views in the videos, like what I am feeling, what is all about, what is my experience. So that was the first time when I understood vlogging in 2016 end, after coming from Ladakh, let's say October or November. And then as a hobby, I started initially for the very first year. I didn't bought much of the equipments which are required to make videos. Even I was not using any external mic, no DSLR camera. I just bought a SJ cam, which was an alternative to GoPro, a cheap one, a cheap action camera. So from that, I started like posting videos on my YouTube of my regular rides, not any special, like I was not doing weekly vlogs. It was only rides. And somehow at that stage, like I believe that Dominar 400 was launched, and I was one of that privileged guy who made a first ride review, because I had some connections with the brand or the showroom that I got that privilege to get that motorcycle featured on my channel, primarily, exclusively. So that first video on my channel hit 1 lakh views, let's say in 4 days. So that was the biggest hit for me, and that video gained me, let's say, 7 to 10,000 subscribers. So then no look backward. Then I started like working on it. But then again, I was not a blogger at all. I was a moto blogger, which people use as a term for people who ride and make videos. So I was only moto blogger. I was not doing my regular vlogs. I was not showing my home, my family, my daily routines. So later on to, let's say in 2018, when I went to Ladakh again, we got tremendous response on our channel. Let's say when I started my journey from Delhi, 2018, June, July. So I had around 4 lakh plus subscribers on my channel. By the time I came back and I posted all of that 12, 15 videos of that episode, we have gained more than 2 lakh plus subscribers. And every video was making so good, like every performance was very good on our channel. And that you can say was a turnaround point when I thought ki YouTube is a serious business, boss, yahi karna hai. Now, no looking backward, we should do more road trips, because that trip was very unique. Honestly speaking, nobody ever has done that thing, like taking a Hayabusa to Khardungla via Srinagar and coming back from Manali, because a lot of people told me that this will be very difficult, because I was taking my bike as it is, like stock, no further modifications. There was no backup vehicle, only 4 people of us.
Okay, I'll talk about that as well. But before that, you said you already had like 4-5 lakh subscriber.
Yeah.
And that was all because of your daily rides. I mean, weekly rides, is it?
Yes, because see, when I started, I was the initial one in Delhi who was doing on a super bike or on a Hayabusa. There were few people in the industry which are friends, currently friends, but I used to admire them. I used to see them. I used to note down their subscriber counts. And then there was a will that I have to like go ahead of them. So I kept working. I used to like do different stuffs. Only riding, it was initial. Then I started covering some ultimate motorcycles, like customized motorcycles. And I remember there's a one video on my channel, which was the first to reach 1 million count. That was a ultimate customized night rod. So I went to a custom store and there was a night rod, which was like customized in this manner that it was very furious. At the very same time, it had hydraulics. So I covered that video in my general way. It was not special to me, but that video went viral. It got me like 1 million plus views. So then I understood that people love to see such kind of custom. Then I covered 2-3 more motorcycles which were built on Royal Enfield. So it was the journey, like majorly it was.
Like that. And now, how's your Ladakh trip? You said it was like, obviously, this is something which kind of was the turnaround point for you. How's the bike, kaisa raha safar, and what are the challenges? Because obviously, stock Hayabusa lekar Khardungla jana is not an easy task.
Yeah. No, agree. See, what happened exactly was, this is a road trip which is the most watched like playlist on my channel, and everybody loves it because it's very hardcore. We didn't had much of the experience making videos. We didn't had much of the experience riding such motorcycle in such terrain. So it was all new experience for everyone around, like my 4 friends and the audience as well. They have never seen such kind of thing. So pretty much it was very good, and it's the most memorable one on my channel and offline also. I always cherish my best moments which we had in Leh Ladakh, because trust me, when even I reached Khardungla, I was not that much happy, because earlier one of my friend also have done that in 16, sorry. Okay. And I went in 2018, but he came back from the same routes, what do you call it, Srinagar route, So I was the first guy to come back from Manali. Okay. So I had so much of pressure, like when I was crossing Rohtang, and before that it was very muddy. So once I reached Manali, so that was a time when I was very happy that yes, major part of the road trip is done, because I was very scared of that route from Leh to Manali, because I had like heard lot of like horror stories of that route, breakdowns and this and that. So this is all about it.
And then how many riders were there together?
There were 4 riders.
And what were you riding? Other bikers?
See, others I remember, like there was a Duke and Avenger and Duke. One more Duke, like, and one Pulsar 220.
That's interesting. And was it like tough taking it to Khardungla?
See, it was tough. Honestly speaking, it is not a easy task. But yes, I was like, I am very comfortable with my motorcycle. If you know, currently also I have ZX 10R and Z800 also, and even I have Duke 390 and much more. I had like ridden a lot of motorcycles, but I am the most comfortable on the Suzuki Hayabusa. So I can control, I can tame that beast easily. So I was pretty happy. It was challenging, but we managed it. Like there was not a single fall, no breakdowns at all. And we have like documented everything, every day's journey, happy moments, ups and downs. And even I remember like there was a moment when we were crossing one river that came in the Agam Shillok Road, which joins Nubra to Pangong. So we were little late. Like we left Nubra little late in the afternoon, let's say around 1 p.m. And we wanted to go to Pangong Lake. And in between that route, we faced one of the scariest river crossing ever. I went to Ladakh 4 times, but this was the most scariest. And even people still say, whosoever has seen that video, they still appreciate our efforts because we made human chain and we take that daring to cross that river because the flow was very, very fast. It was very heavy flow, yeah.
So after that, you said you got a boost of almost 2 lakh subscribers within 2 months.
Hmm.
And then you started taking YouTube seriously. So when you
Yes,
started
because
YouTube seriously, what did you do?
see, because I was just doing YouTube as a hobby, I had no intention to make revenue out of it. Because even believe me, when I opened my channel, after 6 months, I got to know that we can monetize our videos because nobody taught me. There were very less people. It was only I saw somebody and I started of mine without doing much of the research. And 2018, when we came back from Ladakh, and in between that road trip also, we got some sponsored brands. We approached them from our side and they sponsored that. Then we understood that we can do such road trips, we can plan such trips if people are supporting us differently. Somebody is giving us riding gear, somebody is giving us some stuff to carry along, which is required, essential things, and some financial help. Then I understood the concept that we can make some good revenue out of YouTube as well. At the very same time, sponsorship model also works this way. Before that, I was not very active. I was just doing very passive. More focus was on my IT company. We used to make websites, and now it was not very fruitful business because there were so many service providers. So it was little like we were also wanted to switch. So I just thought in 2018, let's focus on YouTube as a career and let's make it more active. Let's plan some different kind of content. So that is the reason we have done something very differently on our channel, which nobody has done. So there are many more trips to talk about.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to understand. After that, was it like a series, like a model for you to work, and where all did you go?
Yes, it was a model because it was something which like everybody loved. My audience, my team as a person, we loved exploring different things. We loved doing something different. So what we planned next was we went to Spiti, and it was also successful. Only the thing is the routes were closed from Chandratal, which joins you to the Manali highway. So we have to come back from the same route towards Shimla, and then I went to Leh Ladakh. So you can say in one go in 2019, just after 1 year of completing Leh Ladakh, I went again, but this time I completed Spiti and then Ladakh. So it was a 13 to 14 days trip. And then again, people think Ladakh is difficult or Spiti is more difficult. So I was able to conquer both of them in one go. And then, like, there are series of events. Once we were back from there, just before that, we went to Bhutan. So that was also a long trip, like 4,000 plus kilometers on Hayabusa. So directly we went to Bhutan, and on the way back we entered Nepal, and then we came back. It was again like 12, 14 days trip. So that was also a major trip, like connecting two countries. And again, like I did the same trip. Abhi recently, November 2019, I went to North Sikkim, Guru Dongmar Lake, and that is also very like a high altitude lake. It's one of the high altitude lake, Guru Dongmar Lake, historical place, and nobody ever has done that on a Hayabusa. This is for sure. Document we have. And coming back, we entered Nepal. Sorry, actually, we went into Nepal, and then from there we went to Sikkim. So it was again like Nepal twice on a Hayabusa, and Sikkim, Guru Dongmar Lake, I'm the first guy to do that. And just after coming back, I went to Goa, IBW. So it was back to back. Like 2019, I did most of my road trips, all a long one, 3,000, 4,000 plus kilometers, 10 to 15 days road trip. So I did 4 trips last year because we understood that in 2018, it was a major part which played a success role in our model, our channel, and the revenues also. So this year, last year, like we did a lot of things. And for 2020 also, we planned a lot of road trips and even international road trips. But you know, it was like nobody, it came as a surprise, like the pandemic for everyone.
I know. All of us are like, so this year, what was your plan?
This year?
Yeah.
See, I wanted to go abroad, like I wanted to go Chiang Mai, Thailand. I wanted to do like 7 to 8 days road trip. And I would not take my motorcycle over there. I'll fly down there. I'll rent a motorcycle and I do that circuit, Chiang Mai. And then I had a plan to go to Dubai. And I have some contacts over there. I was planning to even drove Lambos or all like supercars over there and make content out of it. And I was in touch with a motorcycle club over there. I wanted to collaborate with them in Feb. It got postponed for April. I wanted to go Thailand. It got postponed. And there were many more. Even I have some plan in my mind that I want to conquer this thing, Sach Pass on a Hayabusa.
So,
Killer Kishtwar.
Now, after almost 3.5 years, how do you see yourself as a moto vlogger or influencer or YouTuber? I mean,
see, I am still categorized as a moto vlogger because that is my forte. I'm more comfortable over there. But I can do most of the stuff now because from last 3 years now we have got a lot of experience like how to create content. I got skills to talk about. I got the editing skills. And now recently I've opened a gaming channel also. And we just crossed, like while talking to you, crossed 1 lakh subscribers within 9 days.
9 days.
9 days. So if you can see, this is my gaming PC. I recently got it built. And that will be my new thing where I'll go live. I'll do live streams. I'll talk to people. I'm learning PUBG as of now because currently I'm noob, to be very honest. But I will play it. I know how to like create content, engage people. People love the voice. People love to listen to the thoughts. So I have a lot of things to talk about. At the very same time, I'm able to make daily vlogs also. I have done a challenge like 57 videos back to back I have posted on my channel last year. So I know like how to make content out of anything. This is for sure. But still, I will categorize myself as a moto vlogger because motorcycles are my primary love. And that is the reason I am available on YouTube. Revenue comes secondary. Because in lifestyle, if I count myself as an influencer, I should focus on more lifestyle products because from head to toe, you can get different brands for lifestyle. You can have a hair cream, something for your face, then something to wear upon. But for biking category, you have biking related limited products. And the audience is also limited as compared to generic. Like you must have seen like people in comedy genre, wines, they have mass audience. But moto vloggers have less audience, but this is my primary love. So I cannot like replace it. I always keep my motorcycles along. Like there is one, then even I have one motorcycle over there. See. Yeah.
So for youngsters, we already have so many comments. Thank you, guys. Amit. Okay, Amit का सवाल था. Okay, Amit, आपका हम सवाल का जवाब बाद में देंगे because he wants to understand. He wants to choose different class for different category के सवाल जवाब. But Varun, Akash, Amit, Niaz, thank you guys. और question एक ये भी था, if they want to do something of this sort, young new bikers want to do kind of repeat what you did.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? क्या ऐसे tips होंगे? What would steps कौन से होंगे which you would recommend?
See, honestly speaking, this is kind of a little rough answer from my side. So a lot of people see YouTubers making videos, posting like lavish lifestyle, and most of the title of the video, people say, I bought this from YouTube money. So I always like resist to such kind of content. So on my channel, I have spoken about it many times that, see, if you have any hobby, hardcore hobby, or any talent, if you're very good at singing, you're very good at speaking, making someone laugh, then you are most welcome here. But that primary focus should be to express yourself, because this is a platform. If you're only coming here to make revenue, then you will be little disappointed, and there will be very much of the struggle and hard work, because majority of the people are doing that. So you have to stand out of the crowd. So how you can do it? Let's say I'll give you one example. There are hundreds of channels who are doing tech. They're reviewing phones, they're reviewing computers, laptops, anything. But I've seen some channels recently, they have added comedy into it, their personal touch. So which makes a lot of sense. I have seen many of the automotive contents also, which I feel I cannot get connect to them because they speak like a computer, repetitive, like scripting. They talk about the motorcycle. They don't add their expressions and emotions into it. So I've seen people doing that in a different manner. They're getting little ahead of the game. So it is my advice, if people want to join, most welcome. This is a free platform. Just like anybody opened their Facebook, anybody made a quick account on Instagram, they can make a channel. This is for sure. And even at the initial stage, they don't need to invest a lot. Just in my case, I invested in 8,000 rupees action camera. And that was the one and only camera I was using until I reached like 1 lakh plus subscribers on my JS Films channel. So on a single camera, without even external mic. Then later on, I bought a DSLR, some more equipment, some more lights. So it is just that if you have that hobby, if you have that spark, go ahead and start doing it. And eventually, once you start it, you will get into it after 6 months. You try to post videos regularly, edit them, then whatever initially was tough for you, let's say editing a video, it takes 7 hours, 6 hours, or facing the camera was difficult for you. You speak a 1 minute line in 10 cuts. So it will go better. It is just that you have to do more of the experiments. So you have time, you have this energy. So come on the channel. But if you have something in your mind which is different, if you feel that this is something I want to do on my YouTube channel, it is nobody else is doing, then you can get easy success. But if you want to repeat the same thing which others are doing, then this path is little tough.
So connected to that only, I'm sure lots of youngsters must be asking that, "Bhaiya, aap bahut paise bana rahe ho. How much money are you making?"
Lot of 20 lakh crore rupees.
Of that sort. So how does, because what I know of YouTube, in between, the publishers or YouTubers, they were not making too much of money. I mean, there was some kind of cut in between, and they were not earning so much. So how is the thing? How does it work, and how much is it? How do you rate it?
It's pretty good, but depends. Like initially, for initial 2.5, 3 years, it was not that good. For example, I'll tell you, initially for every video, we used to make 1,500 rupees or 2,000 rupees, which like obviously we had to convert it because you get in USD, and then the international payment comes with a deduction of some taxes and all. Okay. So now if on my main channel, if any of the videos posted, so it's easily reach $100 like benchmark. So you can calculate 7,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees, depending on your frequency of the video. But still, I want to say here that YouTubers make money, but majority of the money comes from the revenue model, different revenue model, that is the subscription. If I endorse a brand, that gives me more money as compared to YouTube money. And then this is not vice versa. This is not lifelong. You don't have to fully dependent on only YouTube. If you look good, if you groom yourself, you have that energy, by grace of God, you have that face. Because body to you can work upon, like make body build, good build. So you can be an influencer on Instagram, because for Instagram also, I recommend people who are good looking, they should get good photo shoot done, good profile made on Instagram, because that is also a very good way of earning money. You will get sponsored post, you can get sponsored stories, you will be called for some events, exclusive events. Just because if you are available on Instagram and you have a good profile, you don't need to have a YouTube channel as well. So you have to go along. You have to do different platforms at the very same time so that you can make good amount of money. And then again, this business I always recommend to my audience that, see, this is good, this gives me a good money, but at the very same time, I don't recommend people to fully initially work on this. They can keep it as a hobby for 6 months. If they are capable of doing it and they are enjoying it, then they are most welcome. Otherwise, I see people get very easily depressed because there is so much hate also. People will judge you at every post. People will judge you with every hashtag. So you have to be like maintaining balance. You need money or mental peace. It is all up to you. Because my real brother, he's 3 years younger than me. He earns more than me, and he has a fixed job. He's working from home. He has to not. He don't have to take care of public. He's living his private life. He's earning more. He's like traveling more. He has like visited so many countries, like 16, 17 countries. And for me, I've done like 4, 5 only. So that is a major difference. Even I have another cousin, like my audience know. He's very much visible on my videos. He's also into a government job. He earns a good package and is stable. Even at this pandemic time, if as a YouTuber, we are unable to go outside and make videos, our revenue is going down. But my cousins, like, they're getting paid at home because they are doing such kind of jobs. So it's vice versa. Right. It has money, but then it is very limited. See, in my case, let's say we are in dangerous activities. Let's say we go to travel, road trips, and tracks also, racing tracks also. Somehow, if I like get into some accident, and if I'm unable to make a video for a month or so, if I have a fracture on my hand, then the ratings will go down, the revenue will go down, the subscription, the audience will follow other channels because they need their daily dose. So it is not until like you are working daily, तो इसमें मतलब आपको daily इसमें मतलब आपको effort डालना है. You cannot take a holiday. For me also, like I'm not even I'm working on Sundays as well, making content.
That's what I've seen. जो बहुत सारे YouTubers, vloggers, and many influencers who I've seen working, वो 24/7 काम में लगे रहते हैं. But at the same time, question ये भी होता है, जो I guess बहुत सारे youngsters भी पूछना चाहते हैं और बहुत से जो traditional journalists, I would say, not mainstream, but traditional journalists, they also keep saying or asking कि for how long? What do you think about influencers' career? और जो phase अभी चल रहा है right now, especially automotive में, you must be seeing काफी ज़्यादा arguments होते हैं, काफी ज़्यादा influencers versus journalists होता रहता है. What do you think about this career span of influencer? ये phenomena कितने दिन तक चलेगा या ये लंबा चलने वाला है या यही मॉडल चलेगा? What are your thoughts on that?
See, honestly, I'm not an expert into this, but my opinion is like it can last for another 2, 3 more years because everybody knows. See, every brand is approaching YouTubers because it's compared to digital, physical marketing or the print magazines or YouTube ads, it's cheaper. Even if you ask for any brand to put an advertisement on TV channel, it's very costly to them. At the very same time, they can cater to a dedicated audience. Let's say I am into motorcycles. A helmet brand can directly approach me for a brand publication. But see, there is a saturation point. The brand can come to me once. Let's say I will say, this brand is good, go for it. At the very same time, some alternative brand comes to me. I will, after 2 months, I will say, go buy this one. This is much better. After 3 months, somebody comes with a similar brand in the same category. He is paying more. I will say, so my credibility will be gone. So this is happening with the brands. People are coming on YouTube. This is for sure. They're paying YouTubers. But by the time, let's say another 2, 3 years, audience, everybody knows this is a sponsored post. This is well-integrated post. They're like smart audience. Okay, so prices will go down. This is for sure. People on YouTube will earn little less. They have to work extra hard to evolve themselves. They have to buy some more tech gadgets. They have to do some expensive purchasing also. Just like I was talking about the gaming PC. So recently I spent 1 lakh or so on this. Last year I bought a camera worth 4 lakh rupees. before going to Bhutan road trip. So there is an evolution. Like you earn also, but you have to invest again. And the majority is you have to invest a lot of time. You have to invest your mental strength. Because there is no holiday for any influencer, this is for sure. There's always very competitive market. For next 3 years, I think things will slow down. It came in a boom last 2 years, last 1.5 or 2 years, because I was also not getting so much of brands. I was not aware of so many influencers out there. In 2018, when I like got into this seriously, then I like started making my Instagram. I came on Instagram 1 year later from my YouTube channel. So I started YouTube in 16 and Insta on 2017 sometime. And I was not active at all. Then I understood the importance. So you can say from last 2.5 years, there is a boom in this industry. This will last for 2-3 more years, but then steadily there will be something to replace.
So what do you suggest youngsters?
Again, like suggestion will be, don't have very high hopes, because I really don't want that anybody should be like heartbroken or depressed or disappointed. Come here, most welcome, join this platform, but for your hobby, for a trial, for a passion, keep it going, let's say. But I have seen, see, I have talked about this incidents recently on my YouTube channel, that I met some parents and they strictly told me that my kid is like, he's a crazy guy, he watches you day and night, and he's not very serious with his studies because he says, Ki, bhai, I also want to be a YouTuber. So that is a point when I spoke about it. Ki this is very good that people admire us, but if everybody will be here, who will do the jobs like doctors, nurses, and everyone? You should be very ambitious with your physical career. Because here, let's say, even technology, you cannot guarantee tomorrow here, because any day you wake up, you get a hacked account or any such thing happens. Like in my circle also, there's a friend in Mumbai. His account got hacked at 30,000 plus subscribers, but he was running from last 2.5 years and the account was not recoverable. He lost all his data, all Google photos of his child, and the YouTube also. So there is always a risk, but if you work on a physical career in a real life world, focus on your career. आपको बनना क्या है? You focus that. At the very same time, start YouTube. YouTube will take time. Like the way you speak, the way you edit, it comes with the time. If I open my old videos, 2 years back video, I used to speak very lowly, very slowly, or there was not very much of the punch, less expressions. I was not taking care of like how I'm looking on the camera. I have not set my beard, my patka goes up. So I see my videos and then you can see the improvements. So this is like a continuation process. Come on YouTube, this is for sure. But yes, you should have a physical career goal.
Youngsters must be looking at your fan following and the way you get mobbed, I guess.
See, that is the only reason. See, it is very simple for me. I can tell everybody, guys, come on. I'm earning too much. I have made like 3, 4, 5 super bikes. I'm planning for a car also. Come on YouTube. But no, my social responsibility is, even when I'm motovlogging, I don't show stunts on the public roads. This is, my audience know that I'm very strict with that. I've never, similar earlier stage when I used to like vlog, then there was no sense of responsibility. But when you like go up with the statistics, there comes a sense of responsibility. So I stopped showing any of the road stunts, very fast riding. Track pe karo, koi dikkat nahi hai, but not on the roads. Secondly, this is my social responsibility, what I have learned in 3 years, because I came here with no intention to get revenue. I came here because I was riding from a very long time. I thought it is little easy. You just have to invest in a camera, and regularly I was riding and making videos. And then the turnaround point came when I got more serious about it. So for me, it was not project plan. I never like even thought about my channel name. So the story, very small stories, like I used to click pictures and I kept the name on Facebook was JS Photoworks. Jasminder Singh Photoworks. And when I opened my YouTube channel, and the channel was initially for my clients, I used to make websites and my clients want to embed the videos on their website. So I used to add those videos on my channel, get the embed code and put it on their website. So there was no intention. I've never worked on the name, the branding for the channel. I came here for fun. Then it turned around to be different scenario altogether. And that is the reason of sustaining, because I love my work. I was always into computers. I was always into biking. So that is helping me here. But if somebody comes here for just for the sake of content, so he have to buy a motorcycle, he has to buy a camera, he has to join different groups or make fake friends to make different kind of content. But at the end of the day, mentally he will be not happy. He will try to portray, but the things will not come out of his heart. So this is what I feel.
It has to be heartfelt, and you have to have fun while doing it. Then only it'll make sense in the longer run. But
Yes.
just one quick, maybe last question about your equipments. What are the equipments you're using right now, and
Sure.
what do you suggest?
What is?
What do you suggest?
Suggest.
For
Okay.
youngsters? Yeah.
Okay, starting from my motor vlogging. So I'm using GoPro Hero 6. I have two GoPro Hero 6 and one GoPro Hero 7. And this is not that I bought it in one go. Initially, I bought only GoPro Hero 6 at the time of Leh Ladakh 2018. And then eventually after a year, I bought another one because I needed different angles while riding a motorcycle. One can be mounted at my face, one can be mounted for the roads. And eventually GoPro 7 launched with the difference of the video quality, night vision quality. So I opt for GoPro Hero 7. So I have three cameras for my motovlogging with an external audio adapter, which costs you around 4,500 rupees. And initially in 2018 Ladakh also, I had not that much of money or intention to spend for that audio adapter. So it was all raw and natural. Whatever GoPro can record without the audio adapter, it was there. So this is the setup for motovlog. For my regular vlogging, like the behind the scene, I use a Canon 200D, which is a 35,000 rupees around DSLR camera, with the external mic of Rode, which comes around 4,500 rupees, with a tripod of 3,500 or 4,000 rupees. But now, as I said, like I bought a 4 lakh rupees camera. So that is Sony Alpha A7R3 premium in its range with two different lenses, 85mm prime and the kit lens. So basically we use that for the B-rolls when we need very depth, like blur effects. But majorly for vlogging, if you can just sum it around, so I have like 70,000-80,000 rupees only I've spent on my regular equipments. And I edit on my laptop, majorly FCP. I use a software called Final Cut Pro 10, which works on an iMac, iOS. Earlier, I used to do on Premiere Pro, but Premiere Pro was taking a lot of time. If people have Premiere Pro at home, like Windows at home, they can try Premiere Pro. If they have Apple, then they can use FCP. For now, like from last 2 years, I've switched to iMac. So I'm working on iMac and I'm working on laptop only, this thing, MacBook Pro.
So what's your plan now after this lockdown and Corona goes? What are you planning this year? Are you still planning, or are you just going with the flow?
See, now I'm just going with the flow because see, I always believe life is uncertain and my decisions in life, touch wood, are very good. Like I always believe in one life. I've done so many things in my life, keeping this fact in mind that we have got only one life. So sometimes you have to do some daring stuff also. So I am just going with the flow. I'm like learning new things also. Like gaming is now my new forte, and I'm like seeing a lot of potential over there because I have a lot of time to kill, and I have, touched with the grace of God, I have a very good friends. So what we have done is we have made four people in a group on PUBG, and we streamed it, like we have done the testing. So we have now 2-3 hours daily for this session. And this will give us good revenue also in near future because different brands will come in different forte. And then again, there is something in my mind, like if things will not go well, obviously I have to sustain. If I'm not going out and I'm not doing road trips, and I'm not very comfortable at home making like vlogs with my family. Like my audience know that my father, mother, my wife, they're a little shy coming on the camera. I've given it a try at the initial stage of lockdown, but now I have different plans. Like even if these things will not go away for at least for a year or so, so I will focus on my live streaming thing. First of all, I'll keep it like I'm keeping a benchmark of 1 million subscribers over there on that channel as well very soon. And then I have something in back of my mind, which at the moment I cannot disclose, but you will see in near future that will be my third channel. Basically, there's another channel coming up. for something totally different, out of the league.
Good luck with that. So, guys, this is Jasminder Singh, also known as JS Films, and he has given you fantastic tips. I mean, very interesting, engaging, and insightful conversation. And in case, I mean, as he said, in case you want to get into this field and you, with wrong intention, wrong priorities, maybe you'll get disappointed. So you need to have fun first, and you have to come here to have fun, to explore this medium, and then later on it starts paying money as well. So thank you so much, Jaswinder, for this chat.
Thank you. Great talking to you. Honestly, I loved this session. We should do more often.
Definitely.
Thank you,
so
Kranti.
much.
Thank you once again.
We'll answer all these queries as well, but not right now. But thanks a lot for joining, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.